Some things that they can do to better cope psychologically and emotionally. One is to reframe the experience. So rehabilitation and being in the training room can be very repetitive and mundane, but if we get athletes then to reframe the experience as a type of athletic performance and get them to set very specific and measurable goals for their rehab, that's one way to help keep them motivated throughout the rehabilitation process. The other is communication with the coaches, with their teammates, with their friends, their family, and seeking out that support and making sure that their needs are met so they're also not being isolated. Another big one is the mental side of performance, and that's doing what we call imagery. So a lot of times an athlete, they're in the training room and they're doing their rehabilitation exercises, but they can't be out on the field doing the drills and the sets. And so one of the things that I work with them on is doing what we call mental reps. And so they do mental repetitions of what the rest of the team is doing out on the field. And so that's one of the things, that's a big adjunct to physical rehabilitation. So one of the things that we know is that athletes that do imagery throughout rehabilitation, they come back faster, they come back stronger, and they come back more confident. Well, one of the things that they can do is they can start to develop other aspects of themselves, just because being a collegiate athlete can take up such a considerable amount of one's time. And the other role that they have here at GW is also being a student. And so during the injury and the rehabilitation process, it allows them time to dedicate to developing other aspects of themselves, whether it's dedicating more time to their studies and classes, or even challenging themselves to find ways to be a leader in the locker room versus on the field and during practices and games like that.